For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of Season 2 here at Roma. I've been taking on board your suggestions in the previous couple of episodes, and we've acted upon them initially by removing Ponce from the transfer list. I've also added Hector Moreno to the transfer list, and also you guys were pretty resounding in your confirmation that we should sell Kevin Strootman. So Strootman is also on the transfer list. On the short list, I have Timo Horn, was a very popular option for goalkeeper. Jean-Michel Seri and Denis Suarez for central midfield. But rather interestingly, I thought about, and someone mentioned this in the comment section as well, moving Florenzi from right back to centre mid and bringing in a new right back instead. Because obviously Florenzi is superb at right back, right mid or centre mid. And that would actually open up more options for us. So that's something I'm contemplating. So I'm out scouting Thomas Meunier at present as well. Yes, Emerson has left the club in real life, but the majority of people are asking that Emerson stays. So that will be the case. As was the case in the previous couple of episodes, a number of players still out on international duty at the World Cup. So we'll be playing rotation sides for the remainder of pre-season, of course. But we're hoping to get some bids in for players today to move them on, to raise some extra funds. Because, of course, we brought in Schick, and that has dramatically depleted our transfer budget. So I have to sell to buy, but we are planning on selling a number of players. So that shouldn't be a problem. So we'll go and play Tottenham. Hopefully we can get the victory. If we can, we'll play the final on this upcoming Wednesday. If not, we'll advance towards the European Super Cup against Sevilla. Whether we'll actually play that today or not, I'm not sure, because there's still a full month between now and then. But Spurs first. Hopefully get ourselves through to the final to maximise the amount of money we can win from this pre-season tournament, and then try and sell some players on to bring some new players in. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. Do hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on any further uploads. Of course, there will have been a couple of Southampton videos earlier on in the weekend, so make sure you watch episode 1 and 2 of that brand new series as well. There'll be another episode of Roma Tour, of course, and the Become a Legend will return, but I'm going to go and place Tottenham, and hopefully we can brush Spurs aside. Here's the Tottenham lineup. It isn't the strongest. They've got Gazzaniga in goal, Fernando Llorente up top. The midfield looks pretty strong, other than Skip in central midfield, but I'd like to win this. Inside there to Skip, to Fernando Llorente. Turn, nice ball out wide to Moussa Sissoko, and a cheeky finish from Christian Eriksen as well. Rather than actually stroking that home himself, he's just angled his foot and let it bounce off him. It's just a controlled touch. Really nice finish. He just opens the face of his left boot and lets it bounce off and into the back of the net. That's a good goal from Tottenham. They lead by a goal to nil here after 13 minutes. We haven't yet created a chance of our own. That's the first one of the game, and it's the first goal of the game too. Defrel. Nope, I'm going this way. See you later. Here's Maxime Gonalons. Go across there to Sanabria, then down the line into Diego Perotti, who's in behind here and does have the angle to shoot across goal or straight at the keeper. That's annoying. I was trying to go towards this near side corner and he just kicked it straight at Gazzaniga. Never mind. Gonalons there into Pellegrino. Got Heung-min Son close to me, but Nura we will find. Through the gap there to Sanabria. Great footwork. Poke that through, and Defrel tucks it home. Not necessarily the manner in which I wanted him to take the shot, with the swivel and spin on his right foot. I wanted him to just shoot with his left, but it ends up in the back of the net regardless. That's the most important thing. Really good footwork from Sanabria here, actually. Very good footwork from Sanabria there. Nice run. And I think just the way that he took the shot caught Gazzaniga out. Into the back of the net it goes. One chance each, one goal each. Llorente. I'll have that. Well done, Nacho. Cross there to Pellegrini. Poke that. Oh, but Wanyama does well to cut that out. Victor Wanyama, interestingly, was actually a name that popped up in the comments section for the central midfield role. So I am going to keep an eye on him in this game and see how he plays. He has made a couple of very good interceptions in the opening half an hour. I would contemplate bringing Victor Wanyama in. He'd be kind of a... I don't know, maybe I could change formation, switch to 4-3-3 to have one out-and-out CDM rather than... Well, that's a nice footwork. That's a nice footwork? No, it just is nice footwork from Antonio Sanabria. Unfortunately, the finish wasn't anywhere near as good. But, yeah, Victor Wanyama, I could contemplate changing the formation to have an out-and-out CDM, but the only thing that concerns me about that is I like to have a cam sat behind my my striker. I don't really want to switch back to the 4-2-3-1. So I am contemplating bringing Victor Wanyama in, or at least considering him. I'll see what you guys think about that actually on a wider scale, because he was in the comment section a couple of times, because we are looking for a central midfielder, and perhaps someone that is more defence-minded with, oh, that's a good ball in, with Fred and Nangolan being my other two central midfielders. Pellegrini, we're trying to train up to become Daniele De Rossi replacement, and Wanyama scores. Well, he really is putting in a good impression, isn't he? He's been great defensively, and apparently he can score goals too. Very well tucked away. The former Southampton man, he started a series with Southampton, now gives Tottenham a 2-1 lead. It's a good finish as well. Victor Wanyama at Roma. Maybe. Perotti into Sanabria to Pellegrini. Drop the shoulder. That's gone well. And the finish. Oh, it's very nice indeed. Pellegrini. When he opened up the face of his body like that and looked to bend it and scoop it almost with the instep, I thought that was going well wide. But it's flown into that top corner. Not the best of angles for a replay, unfortunately, but nice turn and then drop of the shoulder, and then he's just guided it into that top bin. That's really nice. That's 2-2. Through the gap. Sanabria. Play that for Perotti. Drop the shoulder and roll the defender. And I will be completely honest, that was a shot from Perotti. It was just that bad a shot from Perotti that it skewed all the way across the box to Gregoire Defrel, who just had a simple finish. Oh, Perotti, I can't wait to get rid of you, my man. That was a shot looking for the far bottom corner, and it was probably going to end up closer to the corner flag than it was the corner of the goal. But thankfully, Gregoire Defrel is just there on hand to slot home. Tottenham making a reactionary change. Medeiros coming on for Heung-min Son. Medeiros, obviously, the player from Sporting that they signed. Of course, we did play Tottenham last year in the Champions League on our way to the final that we inevitably won. So we do know we can perform well against them. It's not the strongest of Tottenham sides that we're playing against, but equally it's not the strongest of sides that I'm putting out myself. But it's still an entertaining game regardless. 3-2. May be 3-3 soon thanks to that interception. Eriksen into Llorente. Great interception from Nacho and off the post from Medeiros. His first action of the game is to hit the woodwork. Corner for Tottenham. I've made a couple of changes. They've made a couple of changes. Eriksen with the whip. Pellegrini heads away and Iturbe brings that down really nicely, and I'm just going to look to accelerate away here. One Manuel Iturbe. A couple of you calling for Iturbe to be sold in the comment section, but I'd rather keep hold of him because he can do things like that. Oh, Riyad Mahrez off the outside the post. That's why Iturbe is going to be really, really useful for us. Driving away on the counter-attack, and how Mahrez hasn't put that away, I'm not entirely too sure. Yeah, lovely through ball to Medeiros, who's in and doesn't score because save Skorupski. Wanyama has been very good for Tottenham in this game. Genuinely considering bringing him in now. Of course, I'll get your feedback on it before I definitively act upon it, but he's been superb for Tottenham in this game and really making me consider bringing him in. Maybe using Maxime Gonlons as part of a player plus cash deal, perhaps. I'm not sure, actually, how expensive Wanyama would be. He's probably not that higher rated, but he's just effective at what he does. And as we've seen, can get involved in the offensive third as well. Wide there to Emerson. I see options running. There's one Manuel Iturbe. I see Mahrez at the back post, actually. And Riyad Mahrez, good save by Gazaniga. Cleared away by Carter Vickers. It was a really good opportunity, actually. Mahrez perhaps should have had a couple of goals in this game to this point. Defrel just played that there to Pellegrini, who already has one, and now he has a couple of goals for himself in this game. Roma 4, Tottenham 2. That should seal the victory now. We'll be through to the final and maximise our potential profit from this pre-season tournament.
Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger
One
waiting.
nice ball into Pellegrini. Get this out wide here to Patrick Schick to round things off. We're scoring goals at just as good a rate in the second season as we were in the first. Patrick Schick on the score sheet off the bench. 5-2 now. Quite a call, perhaps, for Patrick Schick to be starting ahead of Antonio Sanabria. Obviously, Schick is one of our biggest signings to this point in the series at £38 million, plus a player going the other way. But at the same time, Antonio Sanabria was my top goal scorer last year, so I am quite torn as to who to play up top. I don't want to change formation to have two strikers. It's just not the way that I like to play FIFA, so we will wait and see what happens. Perhaps I'll take your feedback on board there as well. Would you rather I played Schick up top to start, or Sanabria? Schick has been kind of, I don't know, the golden boy of the save. He and Defrel obviously link up very well, but Sanabria has been single-handedly my best striker, so I'm torn. I'm also torn as to what to do about Victor Wanyama. He did have a very good game there, despite the fact that Spurs got battered by 5-2, and it'll be Everton we face in the final of the pre-season tournament. But will there be any transfer dealings to be done between now and then? There may well be transfer dealings to be done. An offer in for Jose Machine that I will just accept straight away because I'm not interested in negotiating for an extra 100k. An offer from Leipzig for Riyad Mahrez, but I'm going to turn... I mean, I don't want to sell him, but I know a percentage of you guys aren't keen on Riyad Mahrez. We were excited about bringing him in, but Under has really stepped up to the plate. Let me negotiate. If I can get a significantly larger fee for him, then I will consider selling him, because we did the same with Edin Dzeko, didn't we? I'm going to ask for 55, and they will just not pay it. All right, well, Riyad Mahrez stays then for the time being, at least. Riyad Mahrez going absolutely nowhere. It's time to go and play the final, unless there's another email that comes in about a transfer offer, which there has been for Daniele Verde. Now, a couple of people asking me not to sell him, but I prefer Juan Manuel Iturbe, so I am going to sell Daniele Verde, and I'm just going to accept the 7.7. Apologies to those of you that wanted him to stay, but he's going to leave. Everton, next. Rui turns back. Rui starting at right back in this one. Sanabria spins well, and he's in behind. But I just knocked that a little bit too long ahead of me. Iturbe to Gerson to Daniele Verde, who actually, despite being on the brink of leaving the club, starts here. His shot is deflected, and it goes wide for a corner. And it will come from Diego Perotti. Decent delivery. Nacho Fernandez underneath it, but wide with the header. I love that, thank you. Cheers, Wayne. De Rossi, not that header, Perotti. Now he's going to have the legs on Schneidlin. Has he? Maybe. Got the legs on Schneidlin? Yes. Cross comes in, and Verdi with a diving header. Daniele Verdi seemingly at the heart of everything at the minute. Gerson not into Iturbe, whose shot is blocked. Twisting one way then the other. Morales, good footwork from Kevin. Rooney with a shot, but that was really not worth waiting for, was it? From the Everton fans' point of view. Pretty poor effort, pretty poor performance from their side thus far. Verdi looks for the ball through, but it's blocked, but luckily falls to Sanabria. We'll get it to Manuel Iturbe now, and that's a nice turn. Juan Manuel Iturbe, how good is your crossing? Decent! Oh, Antonio Sanabria! As we raise the question of who should start, he or Schick, he comes up with that! The best individual goal or individual finish that we've had in this save, or even in FIFA 18. Unbelievable from Antonio Sanabria. Alright, 1-0. Morales. I'm literally stuck on Wayne Rooney there with Alexander Kolarov. Morales pulls it back to Rooney, who hits the base of the post, and it goes wide. That would have been the most frustrating way to concede a goal. Thankfully, we haven't, and we have our lead still at the beginning of the second half. Rui through there to Sanabria. Run being made by multiple people essentially. It's whether I can get it to them. It's good football, I'm pleased with that. Iturbe, quick turn, look for Gerson. It's going to drop to Verdi. Misses the target. That was the chance to get the 2-goal lead that I'm craving, but we haven't been able to get it. Caught. Let's kick that straight to Maya. Just poke that there ahead of Ezekiel Ponce to run onto. Twisting one way then the other here, Ponce. I don't exactly know what the defender was doing, but that is a deadly finish. The defender literally just stood there. And... What? Hopefully it's in the replay. Watch the number 2. I turned there and he just... It's like the AI couldn't make up his mind. It was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'll run. I don't get that. Oh well, 2-0. That's going to be a victory for us in the pre-season tournament. Okay. I'll take it. I was kind of hoping that Sanabria's overhead kick was going to be the single goal of the game so that I could come up with a line that said something... Oh, wow, actually. I could come up with a line that said something along the lines of, well, you know, it was a goal fit to win any game. And to be fair, it is, and it is going to help us win, but thanks to rather broken AI, it's not going to be the only goal of the game. Oh, Daniele. Oh, De Ross has actually been really poor for me in pre-season. Like, surprisingly poor. It's definitely the right move to replace him in the starting lineup. I'm looking forward to getting everybody back from the World Cup as well, actually. I've definitely missed Rajan Angolan. We have still been very good offensively, but I've missed Rajan Angolan. I've missed Fred. But 2-0, 2 goals to nil is the scoreline in the final. We'll take that. That is going to free up an extra £3-ish million, I think. We got 3.7 for winning the semi. What are we going to get for winning the final? Should bump us up further towards 20 million total. 3.5, okay. Congratulations from the board on winning. We have £22.73 million available to us now. Right. I will advance towards... What? Jimenez got sent off in the World Cup. Well done, mate. Actually, where are we? No, we're still in June. Middle of July. We'll advance towards the European Super Cup. As is the case, though... Oh, Machine's talks are broken down. That's annoying. We are still in a position of having to sell to buy. I will actually quickly check the World Cup now, because it may well have finished. And also, I want to have a look at Victor Wanyama to see what his stats are like. World Cup. Germany win a 6th World Cup. 6th? 5th? Oh, 5th. It's got to be 5th because there's 4 stars above the badge. A 5th World Cup against Spain by 3-2 after beating France in the semis and England in the quarters. Congratulations, Germany. You've done it again. Right, let's have a quick look at Victor Wanyama, shall we? I don't know if he's going to be any good, but as a cheap option, he's only 27 as well. Oh, he's £22.5 million. You know what? Approached by Milan. I actually really want to buy Victor Wanyama right now. I'm going to wait here and see what you guys say. I don't want to advance any further, just in case AC Milan get a deal finalised. I'll put a little vote in the top corner. Do a YouTube vote with the little eye symbol in the top right. Do I sign Victor Wanyama or not for central midfield? Let me know in A, the comment section down below, and B, on that little vote. And we'll take it from there. Up next, the European Super Cup final against Sevilla, but that will be tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.